She's on. She's on mute.
You can hear the music?
Yep.
Yes, loud and clear. Yeah, we hearing.
Just a little bit louder.
Carry on with some spices.
Good afternoon, ladies.
You're gonna make a coleslaw.
Soca Chef.
We here. Let me know when you're ready, okay?
Hey, Fareed. He said, let you know whenever you're ready.
Are you talking to me?
No, Doreed.
Oh. I just got the audio on, so just okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Right.
I like your
Chef
view.
Irie, Chef Conrad, we're good to go.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Wow, look at that view.
Oh, you can see? I can see. Almost. You guys good? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Is everybody on?
Where is it? Good?
Can you hear me well?
Clear.
Chef Irie,
Yes, ma'am.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you now.
What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What did I touch? What did I touch? What did I touch?
I can't hear you. Let me see.
Can you
Oh,
hear
Lord,
me?
you know it's me. I can hear you.
Awesome.
All right, all right.
Are we in business?
We are in business. I'm loving that view. Where are you?
So I'm here in South Florida, obviously, and this is Hollandale Beach.
Oh, nice. So not fair. So not fair. But we're going to get started momentarily.
Okay.
Chef, Chef
I'm just-
Soca Chef. You good?
It's Soca Chef.
Ah,
Irie and Soca.
Irie and Soca, it doesn't get better, right?
Yeah.
It does not get better.
We're very proud of our
I know.
team.
Yep. So I'm gonna get ready to get started now. Everybody ready?
I'm ready.
Wait. I ain't ready until I fall shot.
Ah, all right. You have 30 seconds, Chef Soca.
Yeah, that's too much. Trinidad, we don't drink fast.
You only need 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hold on. He can have a drink and I don't have a drink.
For the drinking, that is.
Oh, yeah. I bring some good stuff today, all right?
Oh my goodness, you went all out.
Look here, man. I'm representing the country of the bird.
Yep.
Cheers.
So where in Jamaica you from, Irie?
So I was just like most people. I was born in Kingston, but I grew up in St. Catherine,
Okay.
Manasseh State. So I grew up on the sugar estate.
Near Bogwalk?
No, by it's close to Ferry.
Okay.
Just after you leave Kingston. So yeah, that's where I grew up. So
Okay,
sugar
great.
cane and rum is my thing.
I hear that. All right, Soca, we ready to go. You ready?
You're right. Cheers. Yeah, we gotta flip this camera here as we get ready to go live.
No, just rest it down for a few.
That camera too. So don't worry, this camera's gonna come around too. You guys can see it. About to go live in 10 seconds. Hold this. Yeah, we got cameras all over. What's my official camera guy right here?
Got on.
Here. Party start. No drinking for you though.
Right now.
Are you ready?
Oh, we introducing with some iron.
Okay, the steel van starts up. All right, everybody ready?
Yeah,
Say
we ready. You ready?
All right, happy Saturday afternoon to everyone in Zoom land. We're so delighted and so honored that you took the time out of your busy schedule to join us on our final episode of Caribbean Celebrity Chefs Week. It's been an amazing week. It came together so well. We had a melange of chefs from different Caribbean islands. We started out on Monday with Jamaica and Antigua and Barbuda. Tuesday, it was St. Lucia and Antigua and Barbuda again. Wednesday, we had Guyana and Grenada. On Thursday, we had Antigua and Barbuda again, and we had Haiti. Last night, we had Haiti, and we had St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And today, I am so honored because we have food, we have music. I have Chef Irie from Jamaica and Chef Soca from Trinidad and Tobago. Party start, party start. So listen, party start and drinking start too. So listen,
Yes.
folks, if
We
you don't
drinking,
have a
we
drink,
vibing,
I
and we
suggest you
cooking.
get one. You're gonna need it today. This episode is gonna run a little longer, and we're gonna bring the flavors of the Trini flavors, the Yardi flavors. I'm gonna try to hold it down for the small islands to see how we can bring some more flavor to it. And we're gonna cook some good food, drink some good rum, and make it a great Saturday, celebrating our Caribbean celebrity chefs. So let me kick it off with Soca Chef. Tell us a bit about what you're gonna cook today. First of all, tell us about your love for cooking. I know you sent us a bio and you were inspired to cook by your grandmother. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to be cooking today, and then a little later we want to hear more about the grandma stories, you know, how you learned to cook, and you know where you plan to take this cooking thing. So tell us what you're going to prepare today, Chef Soca Chef.
Okay, first I'd like to say welcome everyone, and thank you for tuning in, and welcome to the Soca Chef Kitchen. Today, this is Shiva, my name is Ansel, and we represent Soca Chef. Soca, souls of culinary arts. So we represent every soul everyone who's involved in cooking food. This is our new movement. So we happen to be Trinidadians, it happens to be Soca. God bless us. So today, what we're gonna be working on, we're gonna cook, you know, it's Caribbean Heritage Month. And for Trinidad, it was really kind of hard to pinpoint on one particular dish that we was going to cook because, you know, the country is so diverse, it has so many history. So we choose a dish called pilau, right? And Shiva is going to tell you a little more about pilau. Tell them about the origination of pilau and how pilau is cooked. You guys can't see me?
They say we can't see.
Oh, that's fine. You have to switch your screen over there.
Okay.
Switch your screen on your Zoom. You'll see.
Yeah, so palau, came from, the word palau. And the thing with Trinidad's very diverse, right? So we had a lot of African influence, we had Spanish influence, and they all had their version of palau, which turned into palau.
Can you hold one moment? I'm getting some feedback that your audio isn't very clear. Can you guys get a little closer to your device? Because I'm having a little trouble hearing you as well. Come closer, come closer.
Is that better?
That's much better. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yep, so Trinidad is very diverse, right? When our ancestors came there was a lot of Spanish and African influence there. And they found ways of kind of pretty much taking all the island's resources, spices and herbs and all the culture that was brought there, and they developed pilau. And pilau came from actually paella, which the Spanish make a paella. It's pretty much a dish with rice and a type of meat where, you cook it down and you add all the meats in it, dry it down, and it's like kind of an all-in-one meal, right? And what's great about it, it was able to feed everyone, and it has everything in it. So that's pretty much where it originated from.
So today we're going to use some of the influences of, different Caribbean islands. So today we're going to use some spices over here. We're going to use this particular seasoning, what I'm looking at right here is pointing. It's actually got the influence from some of my one of my very close Haitian friends. Her grandmother introduced me to that. That's called épice, So I learned about making épice, a really nice, great seasoning. All the ingredients is going to be listed. Everyone is going to have access to this, and we just add our little touch to it from some Trinidadian flavors. So if you're ready today, let me know whenever you're ready. We can go ahead and just get this up and running.
Okay, just come a little closer to the mic. We're still having some problems hearing you a little bit.
You can hear me a lot better now?
That's much better. We're going to need you to stand much closer. Yep, that's good.
So while we at it, I'm just going to go through a couple of things right here. We have the chicken, we have the pilau. What we're going to add is some soy sauce inside of it, right? We're going to add some black pepper. We're gonna add a little salt. We're gonna add a little garlic powder. We're gonna add some white pepper. We're gonna add some adobo allspice, and that's just the dry seasoning there. And we're gonna use that to mix that up really nice here in this chicken. And then we're gonna add the épices. Now this épice here, this épice have, you know, bell peppers, onions, cloves, allspice, some sazon, some Maggi, chicken pollo, some leeks, some scallion. You know, we have different peppers in it, like some red peppers, green peppers. We have some pimento peppers in it. So this chicken right here, this is how we season the pilau. This is the Soca Chef way, because it's a fusion of different seasonings from different islands around the Caribbean.
That looks good.
Normally you put this right here, and you let that marinate for about, I like to marinate my food for, you know, a good time. So I marinate it for like a good hour. And the technique really in making pilau is the stew. Because when you're stewing, we use sugar to stew. And most of the time when people talk about stew, they use like tomato paste, or they use browning, or you know, some countries they use casserie for stewing. But today, you know, like some other countries around the world, we're gonna use sugar for our stew. So here we have a couple of spoons. We have our brown sugar. And we're gonna add about four spoons of brown sugar in the pot.
And so you're using chicken, right?
Yes, this is chicken here.
Uh-huh. What other types of meat would you put in pilau?
So pilau is a thing you can make any types of meat. You could use chicken, you can use beef, you can use pork, anything you want. As Shiva was explaining before, you know, it's an influence from the Spaniards, where they make, you know, paella, which is made of seafood, made with, you know, so some people who don't eat meat, they can use whatever they want. Sometimes I make tofu pilau.
You could do a vegetable pilau, or your preference. I mean, originally it was, you know, made with chicken and different types of meats, but it's all your preference. And today, you know, kind of we're doing a little bit of fusion because of the way that we season the meat. You know, it's not really traditional because we use certain herbs that we usually use, we didn't use today. Yeah.
So
amazing. Looks good.
You want to have your pot nice and hot, right? Now the technique is when your pot is nice and hot, you'll put a quarter cup of oil. This is for about 2 pounds of chicken. And today I use some drumsticks and leg and thighs. So I use about 4 leg and thighs.
What kind of oil do you use?
I'm using some avocado oil here.
Oh, wow. Exotic. Wow.
And it has a high smoke point. So that's the good thing about this oil. It's a healthy oil, has a high smoke point, and you could use it, you know, to curry, to stew. I mean, traditionally we use vegetable oil, but you know, since everyone's kind of going towards that.
Yeah. You guys kicking it up a notch. Where do you get avocado oil? You get it in your average supermarket, or?
Actually, we could get it. Yeah, we get it at different supermarkets. Where I usually get it from, I get it from BJ's. BJ's usually sells the big bottle. Yep.
Sounds good. Good old BJ's.
But you know, once your pot is hot, you put in the oil automatically gets nice and hot. We add about 4 spoons of sugar here. And this is the technique right here. You know, when you add the sugar in the oil, the sugar has to melt down. And it's gonna turn. It's gonna start stirring. It's gonna melt away. Get a little closer onto that so you can see the texture of the sugar is changing.
That looks good. I'm sure it smells amazing.
See it's changing color at this point. It's turning into a nice light brown color. It's going into a golden brown color at this point. See? This is very important.
So does it have that sugar cake kind of smell?
No. This tastes like actually browning when when you make it. So you see that golden pretty color right there as the sugar bubble up, nice.
Yeah,
Put your
that looks
chicken in,
good.
and you let that chicken sear inside of that.
Mm-hmm. Looks good.
Now, what I normally do is I turn this around here. I keep the heat pretty high.
We're losing you with the sound again.
I normally turn this up, let it sit inside here for a couple of minutes, every 2 minutes, every minute to give it a turn here and there. Create it a nice brown color. You see that?
Okay.
That beautiful color. So instead of making your browning, this is how we make our food. We use this. So it's not sweet. It's not, when you think of sugar, you think it's sweet,
Right.
But when you brown the sugar and you cook it at this texture, it has a nice, caramel, not caramel, but
like a molasses?
Molasses to them, yeah.
Yes, molasses. Yeah.
Molasses taste,
yes.
Like
that's a good flavor. But
yeah.
tell you what, Chef, Soca Chef, let me get Chef Irie started. We're gonna come back to you. What's next after you? Well, after you brown your chicken, what's your next step?
So what I'm gonna do here real quickly is, as you have the chicken sit here, you pour, this is some pigeon peas. You pour some pigeon peas in it.
Oh, nice.
You pour some nice diced carrots. Of course, in the Caribbean, everyone likes to use their chicken Maggi. So you have some chicken Maggi right here. Or you can use, chicken pollo. Turn that up, let that sear a little bit. And then I'm gonna add about 3 cups of rice inside of here. And 3 cups of water. When I add the 3 cups of rice, and then 3 cups of rice. You mix this all up here.
That looks good.
And there's just one more step. Beautiful pimento peppers. Some people
fabulous.
These peppers just give the nice flavor. It's not hot, but it gives that, that beautiful aroma. You chop that right on top there. Sear that up a little bit. And now I'm gonna add about maybe, remember the seasoning, this bowl right here with the 8 pieces, we're gonna add about 2 cups of water inside of that. Get all that extra seasoning inside of there. So most of the time, you know the rule. Let the water sit right on top. So you don't really have to worry too much about how many cups of water you put in inside of your rice.
Right.
You just let the water sit right on top right here. It's nice and perfect.
That looks amazing. Let's let that cook for a little bit, and let me mosey on over to Chef, to Irie Chef.
Perfect.
And let's get started with Irie Chef. Irie Chef, what are we making today?
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for having me on this Zoom, part of this awesome group of chefs from the Caribbean. And it's a lovely Saturday in South Florida. And, before I even say anything, cheers. Cheers to Soca Chef, to you, the reader, and to everybody else. This is a nice Saturday afternoon cocktail.
Oh.
Yes.
Looking good, and we love that view. I mean, you're the best of both worlds.
And of course, I have to give all due respect to Appleton. Thank you very much. Awesome.
Fabulous.
Yes, and that's my view, and it's wonderful here at night too. So it's awesome. So what am I making today? I am making jerk ribeye, and we're going to do that in a pan, stovetop grill or pan grill, and we're going to be serving that with a spinach salad. So, it's summertime, and I didn't want to make anything that was just too heavy. And wanted to highlight, just the simplicity of some of the dishes, but also, the simplicity and the complexity of our flavors and how, everything just sort of blends and marries together. So a simple thing as a salad and something, as highly flavored as jerk. So this is my ribeye, and it's been marinating, and so it's prepared jerk seasoning. There are a lot of different brands out there, and of course, I have a recipe for one that you can make at home. So if you want, you can always I can always give that out to people as well. But not only did I add jerk seasoning to the ribeye, I also added some balsamic vinegar to this, and a little bit of tamarind sauce that I already have made. So not only am I getting the flavors of jerk, but other flavors, from the Caribbean and outside of the Caribbean as well. So real quickly also, so ribeye, I don't know if you can really see. So
Oh, that looks amazing. Wow.
So this is one of the ribeye that's not seasoning. And what you want to do, even though this doesn't show it as much, but when you go to the store and you see the white, which is the fat that runs through the ribeye, the more of this that you can see in the ribeye, the better it is for the steak. Because as the steak cooks, whether you're searing it, pan grilling it, or you have it on the grill, the more that cooks, the fat renders and gives flavor to the steak. All right. So of course, the more marbling, the fat that runs to the steak. So the more marbling you're gonna get, probably the more you're gonna pay for that steak. So Wagyu, yeah, good stuff. All right, awesome. So for my salad, we have today I made a little. So we got spinach, and we got watercress, and we're gonna add to that some mangoes. We got some Granny Smith apple that's here in some citrus. Cucumbers, tomatoes, herbs, and I also have some apple crisp. Salad doesn't just want to be all leafy and all that good stuff. So you want a little bit of crunch to add to it. So that's what these are going to provide. We got some red peppers, and we're gonna make citrus honey mustard dressing. I know the recipe that I probably sent in calls for a raspberry vinaigrette, but we're gonna make a citrus honey mustard vinaigrette today. All right. So what can I do? I am going to start the grill, and jerk, is huge part of the Jamaican culture. And yes, it started there, by our rambunctious Maroons that, had escaped to the hills. And this was a way of preserving meat. So they'd be out there hunting, them wild boars. And this was a way that they devised to preserve the meat after, a season with the spices and the peppers and the sea salt and everything. And then it was smoked. So you didn't want fires up in the hills. So you want, the smoke. And they would do it at night just so they wouldn't get detected. Because, during the daytime, you can see smoke miles away. Anyway, so our grill pan is nice and hot right now. And what I'm going to do is just add just some oil to the grill pan. All right, get that going. And this is our ribeye, nicely marinated. And you want to make sure that this is hot, because this is what you want to hear.
That sounds good.
Yes.
I can hear that heat.
You can hear the heat?
I can hear the heat.
Yes. So immediately when the protein hits the pan and the heat hits the spices, there's like an immediate release. You can smell the heat. Not only can you smell the heat, but you can also feel it tickling the nostrils. Yes, because that's the Scotch bonnet. So I'm here to say, if you're making jerk seasoning and your jerk seasoning has, I don't know, know, jalapenos, you know, any other pepper besides Scotch bonnet, you ain't making jerk seasoning. No, you're not.
Why do you say that?
Because for one, you know, for me, in terms of the purity of the recipe,
Uh-huh.
and the heat that the Scotch bonnet brings to it, a unique flavor. Not just the heat, but the flavorfulness, the fruitiness of that
Uh-huh.
pepper. So for us, there's no, I think any jerk seasoning that's coming out of Jamaica that's not made with all of it is made with Scotch bonnet. We grow, you
Okay.
know, we grow that pepper there, and it was such a, you know, crazy not to utilize, you know, that pepper. So
Mm-hmm.
it adds a uniqueness to the jerk seasoning, and the flavors that it develops. All right,
Mm-hmm.
good. So jerk Scotch bonnet in your jerk seasoning, and of course, you can have your jerk seasoning and it be as hot as you like, and it could be as mild as you'd like. And that does depend on, I guess, the amount of pepper that you actually use to make the original batch of jerk seasoning. And the second part is the amount of that jerk seasoning that you actually add to the protein or whatever it is that, whether it's steak, chicken, or fish. So if it's really hot and you add a lot of it, it's going to be really hot. And but one of the things that I try to you know talk about is that heat and pepper is good for the metabolism and all that good stuff. But when you have too much of it, you sort of take away from the actual flavor of the protein. So if you can taste the chicken and or taste the beef, taste the fish, and all you're tasting is just heat, then I think you've just had, it's just too much. Okay, you've sort of like ruined the taste and the flavor of what it is that you're trying to achieve. So the whole, one of the basic tenets of cooking is balance. Balance of flavors, balance of heat, balance of sweet, balance of tangy, you know, all that balance. Everything needs to be in balance.
Right. Now that's a good education on jerk.
Yes.
Check out that ribeye. That looks amazing.
Yeah, so we're gonna turn this down a little bit.
So tell me a bit more. I know, you know, we have the peppers, the Scotch peppers and others. What else goes into like the jerk rub that we would buy in the store?
I'm glad that you asked.
Mm.
So quite a few things go into it, jerk seasoning. Prep, one, Scotch bonnet, thyme, scallions, onions, ginger, and you gotta have some allspice, pimento, and then those are like the basic that you have to have in there. Then you can start adding, you know, some spices, some cinnamon, some nutmeg, some cloves. People use soy sauce, a little sugar, a little lime, and of course, if you really want to, you can add a little rum. And then outside of that, I think for the most part, anything else that you're adding, and oil, of course, and garlic. And so you can add, you know, jazz it up a bit. You can add some tamarind to that. You can, you know, add some other flavors, balsamic vinegar to it, just to make the jerk seasoning your own.
And how long should you marinate? Again, I'm talking to those of us who are, you know, the amateurs cooking at home who want the same flavors. Should we marinate it for a few hours before cooking, or what's best?
So ideally, you know, at least 24 hours. And you know, that's just the Caribbean do to me. For a few hours, it's okay, but ideally, I would want to do it, you know, overnight. So you know, like us Caribbean people, we like our food seasoned to the bone. Okay.
Yes, we do.
Right
down all about
to
the flavor
right
seasonings.
Yes. So, and a good thing to do, like, you know, steaks like this, you know, something that's really dense or thick, you can make perforation in the steak. You know, just sort of stick it with a small paring knife. So when you put that jerk seasoning in, not only does it stay on top, but some of that seasoning is able to go inside
Right.
the protein, so the chicken and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, so you get a full all-around flavor for what you're cooking. All right.
So the ribeye, are you cooking it all the way, or are you doing it medium? How do you like it?
So I like mine a little medium, and so we're going to be watching this, and it's not a very thick steak, so it's not going to take a very long time to cook.
How much would you say on each side? How long?
So if I had turned the heat down a little bit, so I would say maybe about 4 to 5 minutes.
On each side.
On each
Okay.
side. Yeah.
Okay, great.
So yeah, good. So like I said, so we're having spinach salad, and it is summertime. And one of the ingredients for this spinach salad is some mangoes.
Oh wow.
Yes, we got mangoes in the spinach salad. So
that's
I just
different.
figured, so there's some things that I really love to cook with, and this happens to be one of them. So I love to cook with food. I love colors, but I love really cool flavors. So mango, tamarind, what else we got out there? You know, all the exotic fruits, I like to cook with them. So whether we're developing sauces or vinaigrettes with them or stewing them, you know, because we do a lot of stewing in the Caribbean, so we have a lot of fruits.
Yeah.
So whether they're ripe or green, you know, jackfruit, you know, all that stuff, I tend to utilize a lot of fruits in my cooking, just so I can have, you know, a sort of balance of flavors going on in the dishes.
Okay.
So before I actually put up, so what I'm going to actually make the vinaigrette.
So what we're having, the spinach and the mango raw, or are you gonna?
Yes.
Okay.
So the mango is, you know, so one of the things about the mango, when you put a mango in salad, so you don't want the mango to be too ripe, because then it's going to be too soft.
Right.
You don't want
Right.
it too green either, so you want it kind of just right. You know, firm, ripe, but firm. All right, nice color. So if it's
Do you ever grill mangoes? I've had grilled mangoes. They're amazing.
yes, and thank you for that. So guess what? Maybe we just jazz it up a bit.
There you go. Some grill
mark.
marks on that mango. That's what I'm talking about.
You gonna put some mangoes on the grill?
There we go. I love it. Grilled mangoes and grilled pineapples are amazing.
Yep. So guess what? That's gonna be, and you know, so here's the beauty of what you're doing right now. As chefs, I sent you a recipe for the spinach salad and the steak, and a lot of times we sometimes adjust our recipes on the fly, and so this is an adjustment on the fly. We're having grilled mangoes in the salad.
That's great.
So this is our ribeye.
Oh, that looks amazing. That looks amazing.
Right. So
is that one serving for you, or is that 2 servings? How does that? Are you chop it up? How do you serve it?
What was that?
Is that one serving, that ribeye, or that serves a few people?
Well, it depends on how hungry you are.
I hear that.
But for this size ribeye, it can serve 1 for sure. And if you are doing smaller portions, it could serve 2, because this is going to be sliced. So basically, we're just gonna do some thin slices, and that should be good. And
okay, great. Okay, before I switch back over to Soca Chef, tell us what the ingredients of the salad are going to be. We'll leave you to make the salad and then double back, but tell us what the ingredients are going to be in your salad.
All right. Well, let me take this off real quick. So as I'm taking this steak off, so I don't have a thermometer with me. I could have brought one. And this steak feels like it's just ready.
It looks amazing.
So I know it's not rare. And the way I can tell that is by touching the steak. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So this steak was rare. And if I touched it after cooking it, however I cooked it, on the grill, on the pan, seared it, it would sink in.
Okay.
And it wouldn't bounce back too much. Medium rare, a little sink in, and a little bounce back. Medium, a tad bit of sink in, and it bounced back right away.
Okay.
Well done or mid-well, you touch it and it would just be very firm. All right?
Yep.
Ooh,
Oh, that looks good.
look at that. We got some grill marks in that, man.
Yeah.
Yes. So the thing about fruit, though, when you're grilling it, you don't really need to sort of cook it all the way through. You just want to get some grill marks on it, and you're good to go. So we're going to take this out. Because the longer you cook it, is the more it's going to break down.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So we're going to turn this off.
So tell you what, Chef, let me double back over to Soca Chef. We're going to come back to you in a few minutes. I want to hear all about your journey, your culinary journey, some of the interesting things that you do. I know you travel a lot. I know you have your Sunday show. You're into, there are lots of festivals that you participate in. We want to hear more about you and your, how people can get in contact with you and some of the amazing things that you're working on.
Awesome.
And we'll come back to that salad. Let me go back to Long Island, where Soca Chef is. Soca Chef, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear loud and clear.
Okay, we're gonna have to pump up the volume so we can hear you a little better.
You can hear me
that's a
clearly
lot
here?
better. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so welcome back. We got the Forest Park Punch and Rum, every treaty, so we gotta touch down a little bit. We'll try a little punching. And what we're gonna do next, we just made the pilau. We had the rice, so we're gonna make some coleslaw. You cannot have some pilau without coleslaw. Right?
Okay.
Now, before we go into the coleslaw, cheers to Chef Irie. Yeah.
That looks delicious, Irie. Very nice. Very nice. I'm a steak man. I love my steak medium rare. Sometimes mooing, as they call it.
No. We ain't trying to move no steak over here, bro.
We move over here.
This is fire water. So Shiva is going to show you guys today how, again, we use different influences for what we're going to make is our coleslaw. Coleslaw is a must when you have pilau.
It's a common side dish for pilau. Also today we have other side dishes that we're going to present later. But for the coleslaw, that function hit hard. For the coleslaw, what we're doing today, we're doing the red cabbage, right? So we're going to throw some red cabbage in there. So the red cabbage is going to be about 1.5 cups of red cabbage shredded, right? We're doing, sorry, that was green. Red, 1.5 cups. We're gonna put some diced onions, 1 cup of diced onions. Now remember, everyone's coleslaw could vary, right? Depends. If you want more cabbage, you want more onions, right? It all depends on the ratios of what you're looking for and what you're tasting. So for me, it's like, I like more the onions, more the sweet pepper, and today we have some other special ingredients, like a little fusion that we did today. It's not the normal coleslaw, and I'm gonna get to that soon.
Okay, can you speak up a little bit?
Yep. So we're putting 1.5 cups of
carrots.
Carrots. Yes.
Okay.
Grated carrots. Right. Then we're gonna do green bell peppers. 1 cup of green bell peppers.
Oh wow, you're jazzing up that coleslaw, huh?
Yes. And don't be afraid of colors. When you see colors in the dish, that means that you're doing something right.
Yep, we eat with our eyes.
If you want to put a little bit of fruit in there, you could. Everybody has their own variation. So we're gonna put 1/2 cup of bell peppers, yellow bell peppers. So you see how I went heavy on the green peppers, but I went a little bit light on the yellow peppers and red peppers because I want to get more of that green taste. Because this is more of
So
an acidic
colorful.
dish, right? This is what makes this dish. And then another half cup of red peppers, and then we're gonna put some the chopped scallions are gonna go last. I'm gonna garnish it with that, right? We're gonna do some grated cucumber. Now, when you grate the cucumber, right, this is 1/3 cup of cucumber. It's very important because it has a lot of water that could be released from this. Because when we add all the other ingredients, it's gonna make the red peppers, carrots, green peppers. It's gonna make it release water. So you need to make sure that you strain this well and you squeeze out a lot of the water. Otherwise, it's gonna get very watery. And you know, sometimes you have slaw where you're eating it, it's very watery. It's like a soup. Today, you know, we're trying to not make it too watery because when you make it too watery, then it takes away from this. It makes all the other ingredients very soggy and soft.
Okay.
You want to get the crunch, right? The crunch is very important in coleslaw. So we put the 1/3 cup grated cucumber. We have mayo, 1 cup of mayo. Let me get a spoon for that.
So Soca Chef, don't hide. We wanted to talk more about your well, how are you guys related? Are you guys just friends that cook, or are you relatives?
Right. So I was originally if you see our shirts right now,
Yeah,
you can see
that's a nice shirt.
What happened is, you know, we have logos. This is Shiva. He's American.
Okay.
And what happened? The guy made a bad print of my shirt when I ordered it. But this is my Trinidad flag. This is supposed to be red, white, and black over here.
I got you.
So American roots, no American race, but Trinidadian roots.
I got you.
So that's how, you know, Shiva and I, we became friends for, you know, we're friends like over almost 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, not everyone has, you know, the opportunity to, you know, have friendship that long, but, you know, I have a little circle here.
Hey, you're telling our age.
No, you know, not the punching talking, you know. But yeah, you know, what we do is, you know, we love to eat. That's one of the things. We're raised in New York City here. We have lots of different diverse friends, you know, from all different cultures, Dominican, Haitian. I mean, and when you love to eat and you don't want to go out and you get tired sometimes going out and buying food and you're not satisfied. Like, you get upset. You be like, did I just pay for this? You know, and, you know, you're trying to get that authentic taste from, you know, that one restaurant you ate. So what we did is we tried, you know, Soca Chef, Souls of Caribbean Culinary Arts. We try to infuse different cultures and master what they do. And we can bring that to your table in your house, just like you in a 5-star restaurant.
There you go. But tell us more about, you mentioned to me that your grandmother was one of your biggest influences as far as you wanting to cook and really cultivating your craft. Tell me more about your grandmother and how, you know, how that all came about and the influence she had on your love for the culinary arts.
So my grandmother, she happened to be like the first generation of Trinidadian in Trinidad. And, you know, apparently when I was a little kid, my grandma was my babysitter. You know, when you grew up in the Caribbean, your grandmother always your babysitter. Grandparents spoil you. So even when my grandmother was cooking, she will have me on her hip. Right here as a little baby. And she's always cooking. But because she had a little restaurant, she had a roti shop where she used to, you know, make different type of East Indian cuisine.
Oh, so you grew up in a roti shop. Wow.
Well, I grew up in her arms. Looking over at our pot.
Yo, with a pot spoon in your hand.
So, you know, as you get older, you know, you start putting things together that once you see in life and, you know, you start adding it. And when you came to America now, you know, your family is no longer with you. You have to create your own environment.
Yeah.
So when I linked with my friend Yeshiva, he was born here. His parents is originally from Trinidad, and you know, we created our Trini culture, our Trini environment. And as we started to grow from there, we was like, listen, we Trinidadians, why are we one thing? Let's just go to everything. And we started to, you know, master different type of cuisines. You know, I like Chef Irie. Jamaican food is one of my best. I love my okra slime and some steamed fish. I hope you heard that. You know, that's one of the best things. And some aki. You know, they have the staple of aki. I love making my aki and all that. But today, you know, we made a pilau because that's a
Okay, the next time I come to New York, I need some doubles, bro. I need some doubles.
Maybe make doubles, don't worry. So that's one of the things. My grandmother had a roti shop. She used to sell doubles, and you know that's a gold mine in America.
So can you do doubles, Chef Soca?
Yes, I can do doubles. You know.
What about the shock and bake? What about the bacon shock and bake?
Actually, if the weather wasn't bad today, we would actually be in our backyard right now pulling up some fresh shark. Yes. Shark and bake is every weekend by us.
Yeah, last weekend
wow.
we actually catch fresh shark and we
Right in the backyard.
make it right in the backyard. We
Yeah,
have
the
the
corn
firecracker.
soup.
You know what the firecracker is? It's like a fire inside, like an outdoor stove.
And don't forget the corn soup. That's my favorite.
Oh, yes,
the whole
yes.
ear of corn inside your soup.
So you hear how many things you're calling? So, you know, we have callaloo, we have curry crab and dumpling, you know, we have the conch,
sauce.
you know, we have
yes.
sauce, we have black pudding, we have so many unique dishes. Yes. And, you know, you call it out the corn soup, you're calling out all these great, nice things, all these different flavors from different influences, you know, around the world. So it was really, when we picked pilau, we hope Trinidad is proud of us today.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I hope they didn't say callaloo and crab. You know?
So listen, what's up? So tell us where you're gonna take your Soca dream. We know that you really want to cultivate your brand. I know that you have your merchandise. You do your cooking. I know you're into a whole bunch of things. But where do you see yourself taking this? Where will your culinary journey take you? What are your goals?
So my culinary journey, you know, in America, it really started with I have a charity here in New York, and you know, I try to support all the homeless, you know, single parents, single mothers with, you know, who's homeless with kids and living in shelters. So you know, when you come from a background where you understand that type of lifestyle of the system, you know, and you have an opportunity. I started off, you know, a little system where, you know, I started to cook food, donate food to all the shelters in the community, and I try to treat them at a 5-course meal. I don't actually, you know, hey, give them a plate of food or a box to go. I sit them down, let them experience, let them see what is better out there in life. So we came
That's
up with
wonderful.
Soca
That's
Chef.
so important.
Yes, because we came up with Soca Chef, and we was like, you know what? We want to reach out to every single chef in the United States of America, in the world. If you love to cook, we want you to be a Soca Chef, a soul of culinary arts, where you can take one day in your year and just maybe share a couple of plates of food to somebody in need. So
that is amazing.
That's where we're taking this brand. And every person that we give a plate of food in need, we give them a t-shirt. Because if they're in need, we try to help them with a t-shirt at least. So every Soca Chef t-shirt, if we give someone a t-shirt, what we would do is put their name on our arm, and we'll put our name on their arm. So, you know, remember like long ago, we used to have pen pals before the internet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So this is the new way of connecting. You know, if someone in Africa and India, you know, they don't have a shirt on their back, right? We want to be the influence where we can put a Soca Chef on their back because there are millions of foodies in the whole world.
I love it. And spread the love around. Spread the love around.
So every shirt you get from us, we donate a shirt to someone in need.
So listen, let's see what that final coleslaw looks like.
So where did I leave off? So we did we put the cucumbers in there, right? The grated cucumbers. Make sure you drain it well. I put 1 cup of mayo, a 1/3 cup of yogurt, 3/4 cup of sour cream, 1 tablespoon of mustard, a tablespoon of brown sugar, right? Very fine brown sugar, a teaspoon of Italian white wine vinegar, 3/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and a 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Now, obviously, salt to taste, right? It all depends. But you want to make sure that, you know, because this is an acidic dish, you don't want to over salt it. So what we're gonna do right now, I have all the ingredients here. We're gonna mix it up, right? Gonna mix it up, and the best way to mix anything is with your hands, right? To make sure, you know, you have to put on the gloves. So we're gonna mix this up right now.
That looks like a loaded, I mean, they talk about loaded potatoes. This is loaded coleslaw, I tell you. Everything is in there.
Yes.
Do you add some vinegar in it?
Yep, everything's in here.
Right now, the type of vinegar we use is Italian
That
white
looks
wine
great.
vinegar.
Yep.
So Soca Chef, we're gonna
All
let
you
you,
using is yes.
we're gonna let you plate your meal. Let me go back to Chef Irie. And then we'll come back to you in a few minutes.
If you want to
And
take
you
a
know, as
little
you
look
plate your
at
dish.
this dish right here, I know if you want, right here.
Is
look
it
at
all
this really
is it all
pretty.
done? Can we take the lid off?
Oh,
that's
When this is finished here, what we do
Yes.
is we take something called golden ray salt butter. Are you familiar with golden ray salt butter?
Now is Bones and Ray alcohol?
Golden ray
Oh.
salt butter.
Oh, Golden
Yeah, we
Ray,
see.
Golden Ray. Oh, yes.
Yes. So what we're gonna do right here is we're gonna add a little bit of golden ray
Mhm.
inside of this pilau right here. And pretty much that's it. The pilau is finished. So when you get back, you're gonna see we're gonna have it nice and plated and ready to go for you to eat, okay?
Look forward to it. But I heard you guys talking about iguana. What's up? That was just a joke?
No.
That's tomorrow.
We have an iguana. We're gonna cook our iguana tomorrow.
And we have wild
Oh,
hog.
We have
wow.
some wild hog.
Yes.
And my friend, he just caught a deer right here in Pennsylvania. So
Oh,
We're gonna
wow.
skin that tomorrow too. So
So
that's
is that
Sunday
going to be
cook.
on your IG Live tomorrow?
yes.
Yes, that's gonna be live.
All right. When we come back, we'll talk about it. Give everyone your contact information. I definitely want to see the iguana tomorrow. So we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yes, you would.
Let's go back down to Florida, to South Florida, to
Thank
Chef
you.
Irie.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up?
You're up. You got it going on with that good food.
All right, good. All right, so what I'm doing right now, I was putting up some vegetables for the salad, and I'm was getting ready to start on the vinaigrette. So what I have in here is mustard, and I just squeezed some lime juice. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of lemon. So
You know what? Hang on. Chef Irie, I'm sorry. Soca Chef, can we mute you for a bit? Because I think we have some.
Sure.
Okay, great. All right, Chef Irie.
All right, good. So a little lemon juice, and of course, you know, if you ain't got no strainer when you squeeze it that way, this works just fine. The hand.
That's a granny move right there.
You see, I say. So, boy, look here, just squeeze it in your hand, man. Pick out the seed. All right, and we got some orange juice, fresh squeeze. All right, so this is going to be the base of our citrus dressing. A little salt.
So tell us again what's in the salad. I know spinach. I know we have mango.
Yeah, so we got spinach, mango, sliced red peppers, sliced red onions, cucumbers, tomato, and then I said the grilled mango, and we got apple chips.
Yeah.
And we also have Granny Smith apples. So the Granny Smith apples, I'm going to slice those up or dice those up or whatever Julia knows in a little bit. So I had them soaking in citrus water. And so you really need to do that when you slice them. So if the apples are sliced or cut in any way, once it sits out there for any length of time, it will start to oxidize and turn brown. So to prevent that or to reduce the effect is to slice it and put it in citrus water. All right. So and then in the spinach salad is green spinach with watercress, and that's watercress that's grown hydroponically. So with this mixture now, I'm going to add some extra light olive oil. All right. So typically, they say the ratio is 3 parts oil, 1 part vinegar. I don't necessarily need to do that today. I just want to make sure that, you know, it comes together, it emulsifies,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm good to go.
So, Chef Irie, tell us a little bit about your culinary journey. How did you get started in the cooking field? You know, tell us about some of your influences. What how, I mean, what influences the type of food that you cook?
So I got started in a very non-traditional way. I went to school for architecture.
Oh, wow.
So I went, matriculated, and graduated, and worked for a few, and decided that this architecture thing was fun in school, but it wasn't fun anymore in the real life. So I needed to do something else. And I sort of, you know, looked at my options. I don't, you know, what those were at the time. You know, go back, do engineering, do computer, whatever. And I said, you know what, this cooking thing, because I had friends, when I was in college, I used to cook for my friends. You know, Sunday dinners or Easter dinners or holiday dinners. Because when you're on campus and you have holidays, not everybody goes home. So you know, I tend to cook. And of course, you know, grew up with a mom that personally I believe was one of the best cooks ever. Just like she was one of the best seamstresses and dressmaker.
Wow.
You know, she basically could look at a pattern on the street and buy a pattern and come home and make a dress Saturday night, and she was good to go Sunday morning for church. Yeah,
that's our culture right there, man. That's our culture.
Yeah, and she was a person that I never saw a recipe, and I guess, you know, and the joke I tell, I asked my mom to send me a recipe for sweet potato pudding, and my mom basically wrote on a piece of paper all the ingredients. That was it.
Wow.
There was no measurements or anything like that. So that's how I started. I went to culinary school here in Johnson, in North Miami, Johnson Wales. So I'm a culinary school grad. And I just recently found out that the campus is closing next year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're closing 2 campuses, the one in North Miami and the one in Denver. And that has everything to do with COVID. You know, just the way things are moving, the direction things are moving, everything is moving online, and, you know, culinary is very practical, it's very hands-on, you know, so they've decided that they're going to close. So I've, cooking has taken me out, you know, in a lot of different places, to a lot of different places in a lot of different directions. And one, most notably, TV. I was part of a team that launched the first Caribbean cooking show on PBS in 2015 called Taste the Islands. And it featured an all Caribbean cast, producer, camera people, and myself, the chef. And we did 2 seasons. First season myself, second season myself, and Chef Tia, who represents Haiti. And we were greenlighted to start doing our 3rd season. So stay tuned for that. So, you know, because
what's the name of the show?
Taste the Islands.
Tasty Islands. And what network are we?
So Taste the Islands was featured on PBS, Create TV, or America. Well, let me say that. Let me correct it. It's featured on American public television.
Okay.
And it also was shown on Create TV, and you could also see it on your local PBS stations, depending on where you were around the country. And this year, in April, we launched the cookbook.
Oh, beautiful.
For the first 2 seasons of the show. So you can go to Amazon and order your copy. Yes.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Awesome. So that's where we are.
You didn't just talk about the dream, you did it.
Yeah, so we're extremely proud of this.
That's great.
And another project that I'm also involved in, and this is also something that I'm also proud of. So this cookbook is called Toast in Black, Toast in Black. And what this is a compilation of 101 Black chefs.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so I remember when I first became a chef, one of the things that I would ask, where are all the Black chefs? You know, when you're looking for a mentor and stuff like that, there was like, you didn't know anybody. And then social media started pumping up, and then you started meeting people. So Alan Batman came together and he brought us together in this book.
That is wonderful.
And so there are some of the chefs that were on the Zoom live this week. Some of them are featured in here.
Oh, fabulous.
Yes, they're in here.
So it's time for another, we need a Caribbean chef.
Yes, all Caribbean chefs. Yes,
come together. Yeah, we need to do that. It'd be an amazing tool for our travel agents.
Yes.
Especially if it's electronic and they can send it to their clients. Because, for a lot of people, the food is, a key part of their plans in their decision-making for trips.
Yes.
So, one of the first questions that travel agents get from their clients is, how's the food? What kind of food do they have? So, we definitely, we represent a group of travel agents selling the Caribbean.
Right.
And so a compilation like that would be an awesome tool to really sell the product. And, we're living in a new era where people will have lots of decisions, and it's going to be very competitive. People are going to be cautious. And hopefully we can do something collectively to bring a lot of our cuisine together and promote our chefs all around the world, and as a part of the experience.
Awesome. And the thing about the chefs of from the Caribbean, one of the things that I find, and I think, and I'm sure all other chefs will back me up and say this, I think as a region, I think we're probably one of the most diverse and I guess just culture food rich, because we have so many different cultures represented in the Caribbean. And I like to say, that as a chef, I like to represent my food and my culture one ingredient at a time on a plate. And
absolutely. I like that.
Yeah, so we're taking from everybody, in the rest of the world who has left their footprints, in every island in the Caribbean. So to me, when you're eating something from the Caribbean, you're eating chunks of flavor. We're not a salt and pepper region.
Yep.
We like bold flavors, bold colors, just bold everything. Bold, we ourselves, we're bold, we're rambunctious.
That is the secret sauce in the Caribbean, the food. The food absolutely is the secret sauce.
Yeah, so one of the things also that I'm going to be working on, and wish I had progressed it a little further till now, but spice line, and hopefully I will get some more motivation to finish this cookbook. So I laugh, but I'm not laughing. So those are some of the things that I'm working on. I also have a foundation, Chef Irie's Food and Fire Foundation.
Oh, nice.
This is to help primarily, I do different projects, but primarily to help other organizations, either with funding or just assistance. And usually throughout the course of the year, we're doing different projects, especially during the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, where we're providing meals. And typically, just like I find it interesting that Soca Chef, he was doing it for single mothers, and that's one of a group that I highlighted, where we select single moms who are in need, and especially during Thanksgiving and the holidays, where we either provide them food that's donated by some of our local establishments here, or to have chefs that some of my friends that I've known here and they will get the food, prepare a meal, and have that meal delivered to them, to the families. So that's
that is so special.
So that's, a little bit, I said I grew up on a sugar estate in Jamaica, Caymanas Estate, and I went to Calabar High School. So all you people who are representing Jamaica, big ups. And so for me, summertime right now, as we are right now, I guess we begin out of school now, and mango season is the rage. Otaiti apple is the rage. Cherries are the rage. Any kind of fruit you name, I'm in the tree. We in the tree. We stone in the tree. We live. Just living on sugars, but you just run up and down the place as a kid.
Sounds like so much fun. Sounds like so much fun. Great memories.
Kind of freedom to
Listen,
me, you just don't have it.
Yep, we're gonna go back to Soca Chef for the plating. Okay. Chef Irie, we're gonna double back to you in a few minutes before we wrap up. Make sure you take some great pictures. We definitely need some pictures of your work.
And you should be good to go.
Okay, great. So we're gonna double back. Make sure you take some good pictures. We'll be back in a few minutes to see you plate that delicious meal. Over to Soca Chef. I think you need to unmute. Okay, there you go. All right. Yep, so what do we have, Soca Chef?
I'm going to show you this plating, but of course, Trinidadian culture, we got to take a drink.
Before you eat a good meal, you have to take a drink.
Cheers.
Punching opens up the appetite.
So we come into the final part of
you take a drink, you're going to take a wine too?
Oh, well, that has come second.
At the end of the show. I guess you'll take a wine at the end of the show.
Oh, yeah, party at the end of the show.
So,
all right.
Chef Irie drinking some rare nephew white rum right now. So he like,
oh, yeah.
What we're talking about. All right.
There you go. There you go.
So whatever shot, I want to say thank you, first of all, to everyone.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, tuning in with us. We love this opportunity. And, for the travel and tourism industry, everyone, you follow the link, follow the website, you will get.
And tell us your social media handles so we can follow you. I found you on Instagram.
Yes, so
tell us.
I'm here today because I was discovered on Instagram. So my name on Instagram is Soca_Chef. On Facebook is Soca Chef. Once you look for the logo, with the American flag and the tree with the Trinidadian flag, you will see us everywhere. We on Twitter, we on Twitch, we on Pinterest, we on YouTube, we on every social media platform. Follow us. We're gonna start dropping lots of videos. We just creating a little more time for ourselves so we can actually, flood the market with these videos. And
we are so ready. We're so ready because Trini food is.
Want to influence everyone with two ways: the Soca Chef way and the authentic way. So I'm going to show you today. We had our pilau is pretty much finished, right? There's it in the pot. So I add the salt butter for the taste.
Yes.
And we have it nice and plated over here. We're ready to go for you. So
all right. The final reveal.
We have two types of plating. Of course, we have to go the original foundation, traditional ways. Everyone who's watching this, I hope you Google and you check out Trinidad and Tobago. We have so much history. So for our Western African influence and our East Indian influence, we're gonna plate our food today on a banana leaf.
All right.
So this is
I love it.
You have the pilau here, you have the chicken, some lollipops and drumsticks. We have some sweet plantains. We have some avocados. We have some coleslaw in the middle.
Yes.
With a little bit of scallion. And right here, all the Antiguans always talking about mango.
There we go.
This is another mango salsa. So that's one way we plated this in the traditional way. And we call this
Soca Chef, we need some video and we need some pictures, please. We need to put this on our on our social media pages. So hook us up. This is amazing stuff. Beautiful.
Yes, definitely. And this is also called chow. In Trinidad, we call this chow. All right. And then we plated it for the American way, where we also have the chow at the side, and we have the drumsticks here, the pilau sits here. We also have the coleslaw. We have some tomatoes.
That's
and
beautiful.
You know, Trinidadians is gonna kill me if I don't mention this one ingredient: bandanya, cilantro, shadow benny, racao, bandanya.
Here it is right here on the plate of our seasonings that we use.
That is amazing.
Ingredients from Trinidad. Bandanya.
Oh wow!
Very key ingredient in our cooking.
And do we
seasoning.
Where do we get that? At a West Indian
in most
West
West
Indian store,
or in the Spanish, the Dominican,
they also use
Dominicans use racao, so it's pretty good. And over here now, I have some plantain puree. So what I did is I add some little cinnamon inside of this. I add a little. So I fried some ripe plantains. I add some cinnamon and a little bit of clove. I blend it all up together. So this is what you're going to use to clear your palate, to try all these different juicy flavors from everything on the plate.
You outdid yourself, Soca Chef. You did. This is amazing.
But listen, I'm representing the Caribbean. I'm representing every culture out there.
And you did an amazing job.
Here we have glass. This is some sorrel. This is a fruit in Trinidad and Tobago. Lots of people in the Caribbean experience this drink around Christmas time. And I also have a glass of mabi, where we made our own homemade mabi. This is a piece of a tree bark that you boil it with some more spices, natural drinks. And then I just want to show a couple of things that we have in Trinidad and Tobago. It is Angostura bitters. You know, you cannot enjoy a drink with a couple of drips of bitters. Also, we have some puncheon right here, what I'm going to take a shot.
With some fresh coconut.
We have some fresh coconut water. I'm going to pour this rum inside of here.
That is what I'm talking about. That's amazing.
This is how we live life. Coconut water.
You're living a good life.
Every weekend.
Soca Chef, thank you so much. We really appreciate this spread that you pulled together. You really represented your country well, and anyone who hasn't been to Trinidad and Tobago, you've given them all the reason to want to go. So again, we have your social handles. We'll definitely be following you. We'll definitely try to live stream you when we can on our page so that we can spread the love around, and you guys continue to have fun. We're coming back later for y'all to take a wine break. Don't go anywhere. Take some good pictures. We'll be right back. Over to Chef Irie. Chef Irie.
Hey.
Let's Irie up the place before we leave. Let's see what we have.
All right, real quick. Let me just finish this. All right.
Everyone to speak was just so talented, and you guys did not disappoint as we bring the curtains down on Caribbean Celebrity Chefs Week. Oh, that is amazing.
So this is our salad, and we've sliced our ribeye, and we added our chips, and I added a little tamarind sauce on top after dressing the salad. And quick tip for salads, just like every other dish that you eat, you want to season it as well. So when you add all your ingredients in, add a little salt, add a little pepper, and just add some chopped fresh herbs to your salad. It's going to be amazing. So
fabulous.
We have, for our jerk ribeye and spinach watercress salad with citrus dressing. It was amazing. Thank you guys for having me. And,
it was such a pleasure hanging with you. And, you brought everything. Amazing food, the views, the drinks. This is a really great way to kick off the weekend. We want to thank you so much. Tell us how we can find you. I mean, I know you're everywhere, but tell the audience how they can find you, how they can follow you and support what you're doing.
So you can follow me on IG at I am Chef Irie. You can follow me on Facebook at Chef Irie Spice or Chef Irie. And you can follow me on Twitter at Chef Irie. And my website is chefirie.com. So that's where you can find me. I'm doing stuff. When the things come out, I will always post. I'm always big up to people for a jerk festival. Great Jamaica Jerk Festival. We didn't have one in New York this year, but hopefully, I think the one in Fort Lauderdale is still on. I'm part of the team there, and so November coming up, we're going to be having Jerk Festival here in Miramar.
And send us some pictures. Send us some pictures from today. We definitely want to get this good food going.
Most def, because I guess once I get off the phone with you, I will grab that phone and take the picture before the salad dies.
Yeah, and let us know when you're going to be in the Northeast. You know, definitely keep us posted. I know a lot of our travel agents would love to attend your events. You know, the Jerk Festival in Miami. Keep us posted. We'll definitely spread the love so that some of our members can come and check you out and sample.
Yeah, I'm actually participating in the Boston Jerk Festival. They're doing a virtual event as well. So that comes up next month. So I'll be participating in that. So once again, thank you. And hope you guys have an awesome weekend, awesome Saturday. Stay safe. Be blessed. Big up Jamaica.
You inspired us. Thank you. Thank you, Chef Irie, Soca Chef. We're looking to sign out to all of our wonderful guests who have followed us all week. Hopefully you got lots of tips. Hopefully you're a lot more excited about the Caribbean. If you sell the Caribbean, you definitely have more content. If you love the Caribbean, you definitely have more reasons to visit when all of the borders open up and we get back to full business. Thank you so much, everyone. This was a successful first edition of Caribbean Culinary Chefs Week. We know we're going to do something before next year, and we want to definitely keep this movement going. Have a great weekend, and we hope to see you soon. Eat good, walk good, drink good. Take care, guys.
We're about to turn up right now on Facebook, so enjoy everyone.
Take care. It was a great opportunity. Thank you very much. Time to eat.
Time to mash up this display.
No, we have to take mad photos.
We
have to take some professional. Let us just stay there.
I will fade to follow.
What happened? No.